Now I know Rocco's going to kill me for this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway though, because the old snap-on over here decided to crap out, halfway through there, because the battery doesn't last half as long anymore. And instead, it pulled out the Encore, which is actually Rocco's. But I'll tell you what though, I'm actually impressed. I really am. So, real quick here, this is the Dodge Ram that I just put the video out on with the no start condition. I have the wire temporarily fixed right now, and I just wanted to see why I still have the ABS light, which decided to go out right now. The lamp out, see if there was any kind of an indicator here. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit read DTCs from all systems. It builds a controller list pretty quickly. It asks me to identify one of these two controllers for the audio, but we don't care really because the radio doesn't even work. So I'm going to skip right past that and let it build up its little list of modules. And I did this just a moment ago, but I was actually really impressed though, because even the alternative tool didn't seem to be as fast, and I really like the way they laid this out. Clearly I didn't give this tool enough credit, and that's to my own fault, especially since it's just not my tool. And I'm sure that there's going to be an 11-year-old who's going to be very mad at me for using this, but that's okay. Hopefully he'll understand. So at the beginning there, it seemed like it was going a little bit slow, and then all of a sudden it just kind of takes off and just pops right through the other modules. But I'll show you the feature I like here in a second. And there are quite a few codes in this car, so come on now, you. Front control module's got 12 codes. I did not read through the codes earlier. I just simply hit that button and then realized that they had a little button that I really like. And I'll show that to you. And one of the reasons I like it is because I'm doing pre-scans and post-scans for a lot of the manufacturers. Now, I know that Bosch and Otc are heavily involved on the advanced driver assistance systems. So using this tool, actually you can see some videos out there on YouTube about it. I know Otc posted up a couple of them already just to show how ADAS works. But it does have a report that's ready for viewing, which I can actually export. But if I pull up this little view report, immediately I'm in. Actually I had no code in there earlier, so now I have an oxygen sensor bank 2, sensor 2, voltage high. I'll ask them whether or not they want me to get into that. The airbag, maybe optional equipment. I don't think it's optional equipment on this car, but there may be a reason for that. And again, we still have the other wires out there to fix. I just have a couple of them temporarily done. Rear sensor circuit malfunction, all these good things. Mismatched vehicle identification number. So in ABS, I wonder, can I actually click on that twice? Yes, you can. If I click on that twice, it might have. Sometimes over here on this side, you'll have description, you'll have some of these that will be highlighted. I'm also not on the internet, that's why. I would actually get some information out of it. Let me go back one screen here, and if we go into special tests, and that was ABS 4-wheel, I believe. Oh no, it was rear wheel, wasn't it? Pinion factor, read pinion factor. Read error, okay. Now that may be because I chose the wrong one. Let me try rear wheel. No special tests are available for it. Alright, so they don't have the option to go in and change the VIN number. At least not that I see here. But I do have codes that were in here for the Sentry Key Immobilizer module. That was one of the modules that had no power. Other tests, reset ECU. Alright, so we don't have key learning possibilities. At least not that I can see there. I might be wrong about that, and I'll find out some more information. But if I go read DTC selected system and go back into, where's our front control module? I apologize for all that whitewash there, but it is dark out here, as I'm sure you guys always know. Midnight auto repair. But I like the way that jumps right in, though. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm actually very happy with this tool. A lot of guys ask me about a good basic tool. This is definitely an option. Remember, of course, you won't have some of the key functions, things like that, but you know, as a good get around tool. Actually, let's see how it reads data stream. Let's see what the graphing looks like. Pretty sure Eric has already done this before, but it's a California emissions. Let's see here. And I'm actually not all too familiar with it, so you'll learn as I learn. Cool. Alright, so let's look at... Ooh, that I don't like too much, but that's okay. I guess it's going to skip through the menus there, and I'll have to refresh each time it does it. Let me do customize this list so I can get just what I want. Here's my short-term adaptive factors. All this screen space, they could just spread it out a little bit more and get all the words in. Let's get oxygen sensor bank 1. We had an oxygen sensor code. Let's apply that. And if we hit expand, yes we do, we get 4 graphs instantly. Very cool. So I will assume that it can do 8 in total. Can I make those even bigger? Okay, so I could have 4 as a smaller group. Ooh, that's very easy to read. And very responsive. Okay. Give that a quick little snap with the throttle here. Oh. Yeah, that's very, very responsive. Alright, so that right there is terrific for doing a CAT test, like an oxygen storage capacity, something like that. I like that. I'm always happy anytime I see a very fast refresh rate. And this is not exactly the most prime computer to test that with. You know, maybe we're going to be borrowing this thing from Rocco a little bit more often and putting it through the ringer a little bit and see how it does. But anyhow, though, yeah, I'm actually pretty happily impressed so far. Anyhow, I'll just share that with you.